Let's talk about something we all think about but rarely hear honestly: sexuality, secrets, and what it means to own your story. In a world obsessed with image, curated captions, and filters, what happens when someone like Charlize Theron gets on a mic and tells the world, "Yeah, I just slept with a 26-year-old, and it was amazing"? It sounds juicy, and it is, but it also opens a much deeper conversation. For decades, radio was a safe space where people whispered secrets anonymously. Now, podcasts have taken over. They're intimate. You pop in earbuds, and suddenly it's like you're overhearing someone's deepest thoughts. And Call Her Daddy, a show that started as raw hookup advice, has transformed into a full-on confessional booth for the famous. So when Charlize Theron sat across from host Alex Cooper, she didn't hold back. She wasn't there to promote a film or pretend to be polished. She talked about sex, being single, getting older, and what desire looks like after 40. You might think, why do I care what Charlize says about her sex life? But here's the thing, we rarely hear women speak this way. Especially older women. Society tends to shove women into two boxes: young and desirable, or invisible. But when a major celebrity steps up and says, "Hey, I still want sex. I still have fantasies. I'm not done yet," that changes things. She's not alone. More and more women, famous or not, are reclaiming their sexuality on their own terms, without shame. There's something powerful about speaking out loud, especially about the things we were taught to keep quiet. Charlize shared that she'd had a great experience with a much younger man, and instead of feeling awkward or apologetic, she owned it. That kind of statement doesn't just entertain, it empowers. We're wired to crave authenticity. When someone says what we've all secretly thought, it creates connection. And in a podcast setting, that connection feels personal, like a secret between friends. Here's the cultural myth: sex is for the young. Everything from pop music to advertising keeps drilling that message. But it's false. The truth is, many people, especially women, don't even feel fully in touch with their sexuality until their 30s, 40s, or beyond. Charlize didn't just share a personal story. She cracked the myth. She made it okay to say, "I'm still figuring myself out, and I still want pleasure." That kind of honesty is rare, and it's magnetic. This isn't just about celebrity sex stories. It's about all the things we bury. The fantasies we have but never speak. The desires we're afraid to name. The podcast format, this new evolution of radio, lets people unpack that in a way that feels human. And it's not always light. In other recent podcast episodes, guests have shared stories of abuse, identity confusion, and deep shame. But by talking through it, they begin to take control of it. Take Amanda Lear's story. A legendary muse to Salvador Dali, she's spent decades dodging rumors about her gender identity. Now, a new HBO documentary called Enigma tries to pry deeper. Lear's response? It's none of your business. That refusal to explain herself is its own kind of power. Secrets aren't always shameful. Sometimes, mystery is the boundary that protects your soul. Then there's Chris Bryant, a British MP who just released a memoir revealing he was sexually abused at 16. For years, that secret shaped his life in silence. Now, he's speaking out, not just to heal himself, but to tell others. You are not alone. That's the new media niche, not just telling stories, but liberating them. The microphones aren't just for entertainment anymore. They're for truth. So here's the question: what's the story you've never told? We live in a culture that's finally, slowly, making room for honesty, for weirdness, for unfiltered truth. And the more people speak, the more permission we all feel. It's not just celebrities who benefit. It's everyone listening, quietly thinking, maybe I'm not broken. Maybe I'm just human. So whether it's a late-night podcast, a whispered conversation, or your own journal entry, know this: your story matters. Your sexuality, your shame, your secrets. They're not burdens. They're bridges. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is speak. Thanks for watching. If this resonated, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and drop a comment below. What's one secret you're ready to let go of?